big Duffy. Big checks, keep it coming. I'ma make it, put that on my cousin. Big ballin' on Dre Drummond. Who better than me? Stop it. She'll be back when she see that I'm popping. I've been coolin' and grinding and plotting. Know that I'm gon' be a problem. Popeyes, how I'm stacking the chicken. Got up my mad if they didn't. Last week I was out of my bag. I was going out bad. Yeah, was dripping. Had to realize a lot. Had to get to the and just focus on the bigger image. Nobody gon' think about you when they move my. So don't give a fuck about no pain. Now I'm back on my meat. ODT who I be with. People say that they love me, won't put one up on me, but I don't believe. And this dude going dummy, these is bummy and they cannot see me. All I rap about is money, I got coming cause I'ma achieve it. But I'm thinking about bigger, I'm greedy. Had to cut up the that's needy. And I peeped out some people would treat me. Yeah, I took a few other one easy. Want my diamonds to dance up in 3D. Everybody gon' wish they could be me. Point me to a that could beat me. And your shorty still got rolls on repeat. I'm high key. Drip to OP.
B. Zach Levine. C. Jason Richardson. Or D. Vince Carter. I'm feeling good.
Lake Show.
Always has to be the Lakers.
Well, nowadays we know that the three.
Oh, good.
And joining Team Manning is Nate Robinson.
Hey, Alexis. Remember when Team Manning, had the 3-0 sweep?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2. And a look at DA.
Well, guys, for all of the...
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Bamba. LeBron James is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. And for the Thunder, Harden out there with Hayward. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hayward up top, guarded by Oladipo. Hayward passes to Harden, launches it, connects from three-point range. Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Iguodala. Pass to Hayward. Shoots the 3. And the Thunder, another 3.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. Has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
Here's Tatum. It's a 3-point game. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now here's Gobert. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that. When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Oladipo. And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but he's looking for that kind of return this season.
Well, the tremendous work ethic of Victor Oladipo helping him return from that knee injury.
And, it hasn't been easy. Anytime you come back from that kind of injury, a lot of work goes into that. Not only physically is it a challenge, it's a challenge mentally, too. But his positive outlook, his attitude and work ethic, serving him well in getting back.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Harden against LeBron. Harden, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now, here's Tatum. Harden missing his last shot. Goes up from the top of the key. That one off the back iron and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And good that time.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Here's LeBron after Clint Capella's bucket. Whiteside dishes to Tatum. James looking it over. 6 to shoot. Oladipo misses. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. LeBron up top and stolen by Hayward. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Iguodala the pass to Harden. Bamba against Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bamba. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Houston. Whiteside, good.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Here's Harden. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt.
Hits it from three-point range.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
Hayward dishes to Harden. Fires the 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the basket by Minnesota and stolen by Whiteside. James against Harden and slam dunk by Tatum.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 8. They need this. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Timberwolves lead by 7. And here we go. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by James. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Gobert. Kicks to Harden. Back to Gobert. Here's Harden on the wing. Buries it down low. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
James, the pass to Tatum. Oladipo outside. James outside. The kick out to Oladipo. Puts up a three. The Thunder pull it in. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. James with some nice D.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Whiteside, good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Whiteside's got his second basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Now here's Harden. 23 points for him the last game against Utah.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Cantor, he's checked in for Whiteside. Randall comes in for Bamba. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Oladipo. And Paul subbed in for LeBron. And the first one drops. Mark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marc Gasol is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Yep, it counts. And 12 points for Jason Tatum.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And there you see it right there on display. The quick feet, the long strides of Levine helps him in a lot of ways.
Here's the pass to Cantor. And Tatum out top the key. Float loose. Passes it to Wiggins. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Zach LaVine.
Well, you know, it's not been easy for Andrew Wiggins the last few seasons, guys. The production has just fallen short of expectations. He was the #1 pick back in his draft class and really has struggled to live up to what the fans have expected him to be.
That free throw, no good. And with Wiggins, he's clearly a talented player, Clark, but people just want more from him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and a lot of it is a matter of consistency. And when the expectations are high, being a former overall #1 pick, that pressure can affect you. But I think if Wiggins can just lock into being consistent, all of that will subside.
He hits the second from the line. Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last few years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star. And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now David Aldridge has an update for us on Hassan Whiteside. David, what's the news?
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Minnesota's head athletic trainer. He told me that he got poked in the eye, and because of it, he can't really see out of it currently. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Now, here is Young. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Now Young. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Paul surveying the floor. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Young's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Wiggins drives in. Banked in off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, that's a smart drive by Wiggins. That's reading the defense and making it happen.
Outside, Levine. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Levine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Here's Young, following the basket by Chris Paul.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Young against Paul. Pass to Tatum. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Cans it from downtown. And that's now 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
It's Young on the wing. There's the triple. What a performance from Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points and will. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goal.
I always feel like I got it. Always feel.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
They've got P.J. Tucker. JaVale McGee is out there with Williamson. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Levine at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport. Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. A nice shot by Tucker.
Yeah, filling out the defense, Tucker gets the look he wants from mid-range.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Porter's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Williamson. He's covered by Cantor. Shot from 6. And it's Williamson missing. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Utah Jazz. Ball against Young. Jackson has the open look. They get the rebound.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Bean passes to Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. The Thunder with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 15. Higgins outside. Pass to Cantor. Over Levine. Cantor's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Bucket is good. That's now 8 points for Zach Levine.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Rockets in Houston. And there's the pass to Paul. And a miss there on the triple. Thunder trailing by 13. Porter passes to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Young against Paul. Passes it to Jackson. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. Young with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Young passes to Williamson. Dishes to Levine. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Ball against Young. And that one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
The Thunder get it back in a new 14. And the basket is good. Porter's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Paul. Here's Cantor. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Minnesota also making some changes. LeBron's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Oladipo in for Paul. A lot of players keep track of their stats. Their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats. And
they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, They should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
First one falls for him.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
hits them both. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Pass to Hayward. Down low, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Thunder trailing by 12. Rebounded by Jackson.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Back to Iguodala, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. LeBron against Harden. Here's Cantor. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep, Harden. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Cantor's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And they double up James. Cullen passes to Cantor. And Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Pass to Gobert. Hayward looking over the floor. The pass to Iguodala. Back to Hayward. Over Cantor. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Hayward. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Shoot 2.
In their favor.
To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper heroes. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 2020. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style. That's something that's always associated with foreign-born players. But they're erasing that perception.
Under trailing by 9. On the wing, Iguodala. Back to Harden. This one for three. Here's Capella. Out to Hayward. Goes up again. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight. Minnesota leading by 7. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And, you know, you look at the way Clint Capella's offensive role has expanded the last few years. He's great in the pick and roll as an option at the top of the key, and he's actually seeing more and more touches as a finisher at the rim. The next step in his development being a back-to-the-basket scorer.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. Good season for him last year. 7th in blocks, 9th in rebounding, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot block. And finished off by LeBron.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
And with Capella, Clark, the numbers don't lie. He is a big factor on offense now.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, his hands have gotten better. That's not something you can always see in a big guy, is improvement in his hands, but he's gotten better in catching and finishing. I love the way he moves and is always ready for the pass. He catches some tough stuff in traffic, and he gives you all of this at the offensive end with high-level defense, too.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And stolen by Hayward. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
An absolute terror in transition. Even though Iguodala is a little older, he still possesses that impressive speed.
And Capella sends it back. And he gets it back. Hayward against Oladipo. James. And James throws it down.
You got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
Hayward against Oladipo. 13 feet away. Hayward can't hit. Minnesota leading by 7. 54 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Oladipo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now when you look at Mo Bamba with his size around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Capella. Iguodala with it, now guarded by Tatum. Lets it go from 14. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Bamba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
From deep Harden. Randall grabs the board.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
James with it. And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points. And that'll do.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got LeBron James. Jason Tatum is out there with Mohamed Bamba. Then there's Victor Oladipo, and it's Whiteside in its center.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Tatum kicks to Bamba. Passes it to Oladipo. James outside. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Tatum against Iguodala. Back to Harden. And stolen by James. And now Minnesota on the fast break. LeBron leading the charge. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Hayward can't hit.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend, Kevin. I mean, he puts you in a tough spot, forces you to foul him because he's so strong and athletic, and then he gets himself to the line.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game. And he can't get the first one. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The 9-foot shot. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
You know, once LeBron gets into rhythm, I mean, this shot is butter on a lobster tail, boy. I mean, you see how confident he looks taking it? Count it.
Oladipo against Hayward. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys.
Take a break.
For any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And the first one at the line is good. Hayward hits them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Pass to Bamba. Tatum against Capella. And it's good. 2 points. 14 points for Jason Tatum.
You know, guys, Tatum's ability to rise into his jump shot makes him hard to defend for just about all defenders.
Capella dishes to Harden. Shoots. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Harden's got 15 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
In the corner, it's Whiteside. Outside, Tatum. Iguodala. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bamba's got his first basket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Here's Tatum, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Bamba against Iguodala. Now here's Hayward. He's guarded closely. Over Oladipo. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Iguodala outside. Back to Harden. Lets the three fly. That one falls. He's coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game. And the Timberwolves call timing. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Is checked in for Clint Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Andre Iguodala. Levine's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Trae Young subbed in for James Harden. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Here's Levine. He's got 10. He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
You know, battling inside, I like Levine's aggressive approach. Tough to match without fouling.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Minnesota.
Take a break.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Free throw good, Levine.
You know, you look at Levine's game, and we all know he can score the ball, but he rebounds it well and passes better than average. This guy is really an outstanding all-around player.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And so Young will bring it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 9 points. Well, it's a short list of point guards who are elite defenders, Clark, but Chris Paul is certainly on that list.
Boy, you think about Chris Paul. In his younger days, Kevin, he was an absolute terror defensively. He can lock up any guard in the league. And even at his current age, as he's gotten older, he's still pretty stiff on the defensive end.
For Oklahoma City, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gobert. On the wing, Levine, covered by Wiggins. The offensive rebound. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, there's no question about it. Levine has the length and athleticism. What's really helped him on the boards, though, is the improved strength.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. Free throw good, Levine. Timberwolves leading by 10. Now here's Paul. He has 6. Over Young. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Levine. Again, Levine missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Keeps it alive. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 6.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Young outside. Tries it from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. And McGee kicks to Levine. And again, Oklahoma City. No good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
To the middle. And finished off by LeBron.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
Shots good from Young. And it's Ball with the ball for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Wiggins surveying the floor. It's tipped. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got his first basket of the night.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Now Young. He has 5. Shot clock at 6. Hits the three-point bomb. And that's now 18 points for Zach LaVine.
Boy, LaVine is a solid shooter from downtown, guys. The defense has to honor his shot from there.
Wiggins outside. To the inside. And the dunk by James.
Defense gearing up to stop Wiggins' shot that time, Kevin. He feels it. Hits the roller in stride. Nicely done. Good adjustment.
Young against Jackson. It's Young on the wing. Another shot. McGee's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Wiggins against LaVine. The pass to Williamson. Young outside. He kicks it to Tucker. Takes the 3. Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Free throw good, LeBron. And LeBron James Clark climbing the all-time scoring list last season, passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. An easy 2 points on the layup. LeBron's got 13 points in just this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Harden surveying the D for 3. LaVine. No good. And so it's Minnesota out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Iguodala out there with Clint Capella, and it's Hayward. Then there's Williamson, and it's Harden in at the point. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And the Thunder making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Here's James. And he comes up with the deuce. LeBron's got 15 points in just the second half.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Hayward kicks to Harden. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Fires from the line, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Well, that jump shot's a thing of beauty coming from Harden. I think some of it is the fact that his mechanics are good, but left-handed shooters sometimes just look sweeter than right-handed shooters. Amazing how many ways he has to score.
Tries from 10, and that one hits back iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
Pass to Hayward. Down low. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Andre Iguodala.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Inside, here's Hayward. Oladipo with the block.
You know, when Oladipo is throwing shots away, it gets everybody going, and his coaches and teammates alike love it.
James, the pass to Whiteside. Kicks it to Oladipo. Over Hayward. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. And it's 7 points for Victor Oladipo. Harden against LeBron. Harden left side. That shot off. Great D that time from James. Pass to Bamba. And no good that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. It's game one of a 3-game road trip.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Man, I like the way Tatum plays through contact, stays with his shot no matter what the defense throws at him.
Thunder trailing by 10. Now the pass to Capella. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Oladipo. Lays it up off the glass. Oladipo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Excellent concentration from Oladipo. Even when you get physical with him, he figures out a way to convert.
Oladipo against Hayward. Here's Go. Oh, what a play!
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
A free throw drops for Gobert. Minnesota leading by 9. LeBron passes to Whiteside. Up top, Oladipo. Over Hayward. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Whiteside. And that's 11 points for Victor Oladipo. The Thunder have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City moving it around. Bounce pass from Iguodala. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Whiteside, yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists now in the game. Harden against LeBron. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 8. Again, the points coming from Harden.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
Tatum with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Tatum's shot is off, so it's the Thunder now. Harden the pass to Capella. Hayward at the elbow. Now here's Gobert. Now the dish to Harden. 6 to shoot. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
The 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
And Oladipo kicks to Tatum. to Oladipo. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Bamba. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella.
You know, it's not a bad idea to foul Bamba. Actually, a good foul. He's hard to stop, and he's not that strong a free throw shooter, so send him to the line.
Thunder trailing by 8. Harden the pass to Capella. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Capella.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
You can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Floats it up for James.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Back to Iguodala. 4 on the shot clock. And Bamba pulls it down. Timberwolves leading by 8. Tatum with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Good. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you, when Tatum puts it all together, he is so much fun to watch. He's a player with a very bright future.
Here's Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
James, the bounce pass. Bamba's shot is off.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Iguodala outside. Back to Harden. Over Whiteside. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from James Harden.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Iguodala with it, now guarded by Tatum. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
It's clear that Iguodala loves to dunk. Give him room to take off, and he's going to finish with authority.
And here is Bamba. He dishes it to James. Whiteside inside. Gobert on him. Whiteside, good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Hayward on the wing. Shoots from 12. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Oladipo kicks to James. He feeds it to Bamba. And Capella sends it back. Here's Hayward. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's 17 points for Gordon Hayward.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Tatum dishes to Bamba. Iguodala with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
Just so reliable. I mean, that basket there will give them a little bit more of a cushion.
Harden outside. A three-pointer, no good.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
It's stolen by Gobert. LeBron against Harden. LeBron with the block.
gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block going to put a major bounce in his step.
Tatum finds Oladipo. James outside. Three-pointer. Thunder with the rebound.
And not sure they've got enough time to save himself.
It doesn't look good, even with the quick bucket here.
Harden against James. Harden outside. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
Williamson is checked in for Oklahoma City.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediate.
It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Iguodala has been fantastic.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball. Just put those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Second one is good. They both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a 5.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
From outside. Rebound, Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. Kicks it out to Harden. Shoots over Bamba. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And they go to the intentional foul. Drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Hey, from role player to bona fide star, the jump Oladipo has taken has been outstanding. And he's not done yet, folks. He's continuing to grow.
And so Minnesota takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.